This video is a quick answer as to the YouTube question or Google question, can I stream SMT 5? And the answer is so the long and the short of it is that this is a complicated question because there's two different rules of thought. In America, it's probably fine, right? And according to fair use and whatnot, that's been pretty well established. But then you look to Japanese fair use law. Basically, their law is anything that the maker has made, they have total copyright over. So even if you have recorded that footage and supplied commentary over that with no music, under Japanese law, I have three main points that I want to make in this video, right? The first is we have two direct sources, right? So we have the Japanese original press release of streaming guidelines that I had to feed through Google Translate that I will read as part of this video. We have the American English release / statement from that. And then I would also like to bring up like a company like Activision Blizzard that is an American company that they want you to upload footage of their games. Like, they put no limits whatsoever as to what you can upload. And as we'll go on to see, it's very weird and structured. Like, I feel that this could all be solved if YouTube gave us the option to not. So, like, on their end, a country can choose to block certain keywords, key phrases. Like a good example is a certain WW video about from Germany and how that video is blocked from oversimplified in that country because it talks about that was the leader at that time in WW. Why can't I, as a YouTuber, choose to block that video in that country? Because then we wouldn't have this problem, right? Because the Japanese company wouldn't even know that I was uploading that video and it wouldn't be viewable in their country. Like, here, I'll show my traffic. Like, I get no traffic from Japan. Okay, so this is the last year. United States, 48%. South Africa, 9.3%. India, 2.6%, which I didn't know. Indonesia, which, okay. Mexico, less than 1%. And then it falls off a cliff, right? And I can see that on my end. You can't, but that's besides the point. Notice of True Goddess Reincarnation 5 live broadcast distribution guidelines. Posting and live streaming of play videos of the Nintendo Switch SMT 5 sold by Atlas Co. Can be used only for personal use and non-commercial purposes in accordance with the guidelines set for below. Then they list off all these prohibited sections, blah, blah, blah. From the event after capturing the Temple of Manko at the end of the story to the ending staff role, analyzing information on the boss that can be confirmed on the menu screen. And then you also have to write spoilers in your description, which is that any event in the story? In addition, the distribution of videos and live broadcasts before the release date is strictly prohibited. I mean, I guess I understand that. This is basically talk about music and whatnot. You can't, what you have to include in the title, which you can't tell me what I can or can't put in my video. Like, I'm doing all the work. You're not my boss. And I would just like to say that, this is like the, this is the Japanese to English translation of their official press release that they released to Japan. I mean, these are kind of blah, blah, blah. Like, what really triggered all this was, like, I tried to upload a video of Final Fantasy 13-2, and, like, they claimed the whole video, which, ooh, boy, that set me off. Woo! I don't even understand the rest of this, blah, blah, blah. And look at this. Regardless of the reason, if there's a request from us, please stop posting the play video immediately. In addition, we may delete videos and broadcasts that they deem appropriate using YouTube's broken content ID system. Yeah. And we may not be able to respond to inquiries about the reason why they took down your video. Even though that's a strike against your channel. 3, and you're out, buddy. On to the English release. Like, basically, here's the only thing that Blizzard says that you can't do, is that you can't limit the video to any site that you have to pay a fee to view that content that you produced with their IP, right? And basically they said that you need to keep the video rating to T, which, are they going to enforce that? I don't know, but that's besides the point. I think I'm also going to include like some Shin Megami Tensei 5 footage in this, just to kind of like test the waters, No music, of course, I think. I'm not sure yet. So once again, this is the English release. Streaming guidelines, the same Temple of Eternity, and that's really weird. Boss analysis information visible on the analyze menu screen. Yeah, so that's like the use of a certain item, and you also have to include the proper copyright. Please do not distribute the music. Please refrain from requiring compensation to watch that. I agree with that. Please do not slander any third-party users. Please do not engage in any... I don't even understand what that would... And then, I've never heard this again, like where if they reach out to you directly, like, you're supposed to just take down the video. Like, what? And then they even go so far as to say that there also may be instances where they unfortunately are not at liberty to disclose the specific details as to why a certain takedown was issued. I mean, that is just crazy. Like, let's say they just don't like you for whatever reason. Like, they don't have to tell you that in their communications. They're just like, take your video down. Okay, so since this is like the last 20 seconds, I don't think I'm going to include any gameplay because, then, like, There's no way they'll hit this video, I think. But anyways, thanks for watching. Check out my podcast. Bye.